Alright guys, so last video with the Rustler, we took it out in the snow and we had a blast, and somebody had the great idea of getting sleds for the front since I had the paddle tires for the rear. So I got some sleds for the front. Now I got these off Marketplace for 25 bucks. They're usually about 50. These are from Insta. Sadly they don't have any pink aluminized aluminum or anodized aluminum. They had red, blue, and black, and the guy sent me red. So we're gonna get this thing taken apart. I'm gonna need to put the paddle tires back on the back, but we're gonna be getting the sleds put out on the front. Only problem is I just moved all of my tools to the new shop that I'm in, so I have like no tools here. So we have to try and figure out how we're gonna work on this thing with no tools. All right, so I just went scrounging around through my shed and I found this guy right here. So hopefully this will help solve all the issues that we have. Biggest issue is going to be trying to take this wheel off. I gotta see if any of these sockets that come in this little kit fit. So far, no. Let's try this one. Come on. Get out. Booyah, that one fits. That's awesome. Alright, so I'm going to take these wheels off. I don't know why. I'm going to turn the brightness down on this light. My camera doesn't like it. Alright, so let me try and take these wheels off. The front, real quick. How do you use that? Alright, we got her all set up, and let's take these wheels off, those wheels off, put the paddle tires on the rear there, and then we're going to try and figure out how to put this together. Alright, we got these front ones off. Now, let's open this guy up. I also found this in my drawer. I forgot I had this in my drawer. Used that in the last RC video. I need to get like dedicated RC tools just to stay at my house so that I can work on RCs here. Yeah, let's get this opened and see what we have to do to put this together. Okay, so here's what it comes with. The two front sleighs, or sleds, skis, whatever you want to call them. They are absolutely massive. Look at the size of those. You got the little attachments for the arms. These are actually kind of like orange. I'm so sorry, this light is... We're turning this light off right now. These are actually kind of like an orangish color. And then we have some... Nope, these aren't screws. I don't know what these are. One of the packages, yeah, right here, screws. So let me tear all this open and see if I can figure out how to get this all put together. It came with no instructions. Okay, so I had to pull up a video to figure it out, but I figured it out. And it pretty much, you unbolt this middle piece and then you slide it through, and yeah. There's a little spring in here so that when this moves, it like kind of acts like suspension. It pushes back, and then obviously you have to remove your little hex, and then there's like a slot for like the pin to slide into, and then you slide that on and put the nut on, and it looks pretty freaking good so far. You can tell how much camber this thing actually has now. I don't know if you can tell how much the sled is pointing up, but let me get the other side on and we're going to see how sick this looks. Okay, so I installed the last one wrong. What they want you to do is take this little metal piece and bolt it on right here like this, so that when you slide this on, the little peg piece goes into this hole, and then this lines up with your steering. So it looks a little something like this. One sec. Alright, once you're done, it'll look like this, and as you can see, you have this little plate in between, so it takes up the space that is right in that one. And then it all kind of connects together. You have the bolt that holds this onto here. The hex holds this onto here as well. And then this connects to this, which connects to your steering. So it's like a lot more structural and secure. So let's get this ski on. The only thing I don't know what you're supposed to do with is this long screw and this hole, because neither of those, there's like no holes in the ski at all where I'd want to go into. So I might just screw this into here and see what happens, because that's the only thing I can think of, but I'm not too sure. Alright, we got both of them on and they look freaking sick. Alright, so let's get the body on and see how cool this is gonna look. Get on there. I definitely need new rear shocks. But that looks freaking, looks pretty weird actually. Let's get the rear pedal tires on and see if it makes it look any better, but it looks kind of weird. Alright, so rear paddle tires are on, and this thing looks freaking crazy. It looks like a little snowmobile. I'm super excited to get this out in the snow, but as of right now, there's no snow on the ground, or there's like 2 feet of snow on the ground. I need like just like an inch or 2 of snow for this thing, and it's also dark out, so I'm gonna see if I can find like a parking lot that hasn't been like fully plowed, because we just did get a snowstorm where we only had like an inch of snow, or we're gonna have to wait, which sucks. But I want to see if this thing will even turn these, how well it will turn these. I'm having like a little bit of an aneurysm, a little bit of a stroke. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, let me see if my servo can turn these even, because my servo is going out and it has struggled turning these. So, I mean, these aren't too heavy, they're just awkward. So, it does turn them. It does take a little bit of power out of them, but yeah, it does turn them. Big kitty stretch. My cat was like, what the hell is that? But yeah, I'm super excited to get this thing out in the snow. Looks freaking insane. But yeah, I guess I'll throw you guys back on once there's some snow. Alright guys, it is a couple of days later. Now it hasn't snowed at all recently. It's been getting a lot warmer and the snow is melting. So I figured before all the snow fully melts, I'm gonna bring it to the park. And we have a frozen lake over here. And I've been wanting to drive my Jeep on a frozen lake for a while, and I don't think that's gonna happen this year because it's been broken for so long and it's starting to get warmer and everything's melting now. So I figured, why not drive the Rustler with the sleds on the lake? So I have Bella, she's gonna record and pull me out of the lake in case I fall in. Okay. And yeah, it's very muddy. Very muddy. The snow is so bright. I can barely see. Uh-oh. She's stuck.
Okay, you see how dirty it is? That has to go back in my car.
It's not dirty, it's just snow.
there's dirt on it. That snow, you better get that snow off before I go to my car.
Oh, stop it.
If he doesn't, say goodbye to him because you're gonna get killed.
What?
Huh?
Okay, so I was getting some final pictures and videos on Bella's phone because my phone's in the car, and it died out on the lake. So I have to go and get it. I could hear the ice cracking. Okay, well, that's the end of that for now. Alright, well, this is where I am going to be getting off today's video. Another successful RC video. I'm going to have to look into why this thing isn't working now. I wonder if water or snow got into the motor, because this still is a brushed motor, so it is open and not waterproof. I want to put a Volinian system in it eventually, but I'm gonna turn this off, but not anytime soon probably because those are expensive. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about the RC content. Do you like it over the regular car content? Do you want to keep the 50-50 mix that I've been going on? And this is where I'm going to be ending off today's video. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Peace.